Alex Balogh's career success can be attributed to his unique combination of technical, financial, and people skills. Born in Montreal in 1932, Alex obtained a bachelor's degree in metallurgical engineering from McGill University in 1954.
I was in chemical engineering, and my professor, he attracted me away from chemical engineering into metallurgy with a scholarship.
From 1954 to 1976, Alex held various positions with Noranda. He became known for his unassuming style and commitment to innovation.
He had many things that he could have been seeking recognition for, but didn't. And it took me years to get stories out of him that would allow me to realize just how much he had contributed to the company.
Alex's technical breakthroughs and his focus on safe, environmentally responsible resource development helped create the strong platform of sustainability that underpins the entire Canadian mining industry today. Alex's commitment to innovation was evident in his early career projects. He was instrumental in the development of a new smelting process at Noranda.
The construction of that reactor, the new smelter, also enabled us to build an acid plant and capture a good percentage of the gases.
It allowed Horn Smelter to continue on in operation for a lot longer time than other smelters because it was able to solve some of the problems associated with acid rain, and it was certainly energy efficient.
If you ask me honestly, I would take no credit for it because it was a true teamwork.
Alex was also key in the development of the Gaspé puncher, designed to mechanize a labor-intensive process.
There was a young chap on my shift who insisted that the puncher was too arduous a task, and there's a much easier way to do it. Fortunately, we were both working on shift, so we secretly assembled one, and that's how it was born.
Since the late 1960s, we have sold over 250 units of the Gaspé puncher to virtually every copper smelter and some nickel smelters all over the world. By 1976, Alex had become VP of Noranda's copper and zinc operations. In the late 1980s, he was the principal negotiator in the acquisition of Falconbridge.
We were sitting at a Noranda board meeting when one of the secretaries ran into the office saying that somebody's calling. It was a company called Trelleborg. They wanted a partner because they couldn't afford all of Falconbridge. Within 12 hours, we were on a plane. We liked each other right away. We trusted each other. And within 2 days, we had closed the deal to buy what turned out to be one of the biggest operations in Canada.
That deal changed the course of Alex's career as he became CEO of Falconbridge and also president and CEO of Noranda. He retired from his position of chairman of Falconbridge in 2003.
In the period that he had these responsibilities, we opened up 3 of the really fine mines in the world, company makers on their own. There was the Antamina mine in Peru, the Collahuasi mine in Chile, and the Raglan mine in Quebec, and they are all still very active today.
Alex was also a big supporter of Noranda's research center.
At one time, we had 100 researchers. We also were top of the line in the business of concentrating minerals, not just smelting them and producing, but concentrating them. And some of the top people in that field were products of the research center.
Alex also led the industry in addressing environmental concerns. At one point, he closed the leach plant in Gaspé to protect the York River.
We closed it because the York River is a salmon river that is loved by everybody, not just Gaspésians, and was going to last a lot longer than our ore body.
Alex attributes his success to what he learned during his time living in small towns, where he took on community and family challenges. He calls his son Lou the heart and soul of the family.
One of our children is afflicted with Down syndrome, and that's one of 4 children. So we had a problem with schooling for him. At the time, we were living in Rouyn-Noranda. where we had to drive him 40 miles in blinding snowstorm to get him to a school where they would accept him. Now in Oakville, he's sitting pretty.
While in Gaspé, Alex helped launch and was the editor of a local newspaper for 8 years that had a circulation of 2,000.
So you ran the Voyageur newspaper. And is that you in the photograph?
Yes, that's me. And I'm actually doing a headline there because we were using the offset process for printing, which was pretty well pioneering work for newspapers.
Following his retirement, Alex went on to work on 19 company boards. He is recognized as being a great mentor throughout his career.
I'm sure there are a lot of other people would want to thank Alex for the mentorship and the sort of enthusiasm that he showed, enabled them to broaden their experience from metallurgists out to the broader mining industry. He brought all that, I think, to a lot of people, and particularly to myself.
His impact is still felt today, years after his retirement. Ahead of his time in many ways, his countless innovations benefited both workers and the community at large.